Horizon Zero Dawn. Continue. So I played some off stream, so yeah, there's a bit that you missed. But you gotta play the game. And then you won't miss it. Ooh. But this game is pretty much really kick-ass. Come on, loading screen. I can't complain though, because this is like the only loading screen in the entire game, it seems. I've got a party invitation from Alan. Let's check this out. Hey man, just so you know, I'm streaming.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, you saw? Okay. I figured you were hanging out, like, you know, pretending to be offline.
I was watching a movie on Netflix, so it's easier that way.
Oh, for sure. Well, sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I paused it for a bit anyway. I finished Horizon the other day.
You finished it, huh?
Yeah,
Nice.
only took 73.5 hours. It was something like 73:32:09. That was it. 73 hours, 32 minutes, and 9 seconds to platinum it.
You platinumed it? Blah, blah, blah. You platinumed it?
Yep.
And one of these.
Would you say it was difficult to platinum?
Not especially.
No.
In the end, I ran around after I finished the story to find the last of the Grazer dummies to knock over.
Ah, so there is a reason to knock them over. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's 23 total that you need to knock over. But yeah, I'd already done everything else I needed for the platinum anyway, so it's like, what the hell, I'll take the 20 minutes to find the rest of them and finish them off.
Yeah.
So what point of the story are you up to now? You haven't even gotten the Maker's End, have you?
Nope, don't even know what that is.
Hmm.
I'm still trying to do tutorial stuff. I still need to finish that first hunting grounds.
Yeah. Some of the later ones are a pain in the ass.
Well, for me, this first one's been a pain in the ass.
There's one that actually wants you to override a Thunderjaw.
Oh, nice. I haven't even come across
Oh
a
yeah.
Thunderjaw yet, but
No, you haven't gotten that far. But let's just say it's heavily armed. But yeah, I don't regret the time I spent on the game.
you say you don't regret the time you spent on the game. That's good.
Nope. But is one achievement that you can actually miss on your first playthrough.
That's always unfortunate. But I guess it adds to the challenge.
Well, it comes down to preparing for the final battle, whether or not you've got all the allies for it.
So the thing that you miss are the actual allies?
Yeah. It basically comes down to which of the side missions you've done and whether or not you've taken the option to kill someone.
Nice.
Mm. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what they do with either future content updates or the sequel.
I talked to Musroar. Well, I didn't really talk to him. I texted him. Apparently, he's been playing this game too. He does not agree with me on my comparison to Xenoblade Chronicles Cross, though.
Yep, that's fair enough. I didn't really think there was much room for a comparison, but since I haven't played.
Well, I mean, granted, I still never got the mech. I never got the Skell. So I didn't get that far in Xenoblade. But it plays similarly when you're exploring, I guess.
Mm.
Never know when I might need these.
So do you think you'll ever go back to this game?
Yeah, I want to do another video on it, which will be heavy spoiler territory, so it won't be part of my regular stuff.
Makes sense.
Mm. Because I want to actually put together everything I've figured out about the world prior to the apocalypse and afterwards. Because even though a lot of it's bloody obvious if you pay attention, I can say that a number of people missed it completely.
Really?
Mm. Well, look at Aloy's search for her mother. There's a big problem with that one.
Given her mother's on the other side of the door.
You never looked at the DNA comparison, did you?
Okay, so what is it? Are they exactly the same? They're the same person?
99.49%.
So it's her from a different time?
Exactly.
I
You don't
suspected
get
that.
that if you're a child. As soon as I saw it the first time, it's like, okay, this is going to be interesting to see where it goes. I mean, it's the sort of thing that should be obvious to anyone with even a basic knowledge of genetics, but
I kind of wanted to be wrong as far as that goes because it's one of those things that it's like, well, that's what I would do if I was writing the story. You know, it's like a little obvious, just a little.
It's a little obvious, but at the same time, even knowing that, it doesn't prepare you for the reality of what actually occurred. I mean, when you get to Maker's End, there is a robotic voice which actually tells you that you're so many thousand days late for your appointment with someone. So yeah, if you actually pay attention to that number, you get a rough idea of just how many years after the apocalypse this actually is. It's the only concrete reference to the current date in the game. Yeah, I have to say that it actually caught me by surprise a couple of times, which is unusual.
I'd have to ditch something.
So have you figured out who Aloy's voice actress is?
I haven't, no. Who is it?
Same girl that played Tiny Tina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Grazers. Can override them if I don't.
It's interesting because I think she recently did an AMA on Reddit. And I think someone asked her, like, what's the strangest thing you've ever had to say or something like that, and she said pretty much anything as Tiny Tina.
I can get out of this.
Oh, but she made that role come to life.
Unfortunately, I never got that far in the game, so I never actually met Tiny Tina in the game.
Wow, you meet her actually pretty early on. I actually enjoyed meeting her because she's just so out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Ashley Birch. She also did Chloe in Life is Strange, but I haven't played that, and I don't think you have either.
No, I haven't.
But yeah. Thunder Joys you won't hit until you head west of Day Tower. Of course, you'll probably see a Stormbird before you see the Thunderjaw.
I'm trying to loot this boar, but it's floating down the freaking river, and I'm getting attacked by a strider.
You can't win, huh?
I mean, it's,
Hold down square and go under the water. Go with the ball.
well, I just got it, so is that at least?
Just getting the fish components out of the biggest pain in the ass. I have no idea how many fish I had to kill before I got the skin and the bones I needed. But
I like how
yeah,
they.
I recorded over. Sorry, you go.
Sorry, I was just saying. I like how they made it so like the metal shards are not only a currency, but it's also what you use to make your arrows.
Yeah, in Metro, bullets also serve as your currency.
That's cool. What were you gonna say?
God, I found this.
I was going to say I recorded over 100 gigs worth of video for that game just to make 30 minutes worth of review.
Well, I mean, you did beat the whole game and platinumed it, so
Yeah, but the point is how much of it I just couldn't use because spoilers.
yeah. Well, you're a
It's
good
like going
reviewer.
through videos, no, gotta ditch this, it's completely unusable because there's so much that's story related.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're hunting me.
And as it stands, I still have to wander the entire world looking for the last couple of dozen bits of extra data.
That's not part of the platinum, huh?
Pass the
No,
test.
thank God. Well, you've seen how many data points there are.
Well, let's see here.
I mean, there's something like 20 holograph alone.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't think most of them are missable. Although you can still go back to all those locations later on anyway.
Okay, let's see here. I need to use my tripcaster, and I have to use the blast wires. Alright.
Blast or blaze?
I only have blast and shock, and I have to kill
Okay, then
them.
it's the blast. That's right. Never mind, I just had to think. Yeah, it's definitely blast for that one.
The thing is
As I
it doesn't.
said to you, sorry.
What would you say?
I found that setting 2 on each of the pathways that they can follow before you throw your bomb's the best option.
Yeah, because it doesn't kill them with one hit. You gotta get them with at least two.
Depends on if you've given it upgrades in its effectiveness through modifications.
Let's take a look.
But admittedly, I've got mods that give 40 plus damage and stuff like that, so yeah, it helps.
Alright. So, plus 26% damage, and plus 15% damage. Alright. So I just upped its damage, because no, I did not have it modded.
It makes a big difference. The rope caster, I find that you want to have as much handling on it as you can.
Use your blast wire
because handling impacts how fast you can actually fire and reload.
Hope you enjoy it.
Okay, let's see if I can do this shit.
And in the end, my reason for setting up 2 was because I figured I'd only get 1 or 2 with the first one that went off, so the other one would have a chance of getting a few more if they kept on running. And I got them all on the first one anyway, so it's like, oh well, screw you. It didn't hurt that it actually set off one of the log traps as well.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like dive into the pile of bodies and fish out everything useful.
Okay, let's go ahead and scare these assholes. I hear them. Where the fuck are they going? I only see watchers now. Why? Where'd they go? No, all the grazers took off. I don't know where they went, and they did not set off any of my traps. What the fuck?
You must have trapped one of the wrong paths. That's weird because there's only really 3 paths out of there that they follow.
That's so fucked. I'm gonna have to do this all over again.
Yeah, just reload and try again.
Well, I gotta make sure I have the wire to create the freaking blast things.
Like I said, reload. It'll reload at the beginning of the actual test so that you've actually got the materials that you had beforehand.
Oh.
Yeah, bit of a cheat to save yourself materials when you're doing those ones. I've only had one that required me to actually try a second time, and that was stealth challenge. Less said about that place, the better.
Calm, calm.
So as I said, there's one that requires you to actually override a Thunderjaw.
Safe. For a few minutes, anyway.
How long do the traps hold? Do they disappear, like, quickly?
No, they stay there.
Oh. So I'm running these fuckers around everywhere.
You might have set your traps too high.
Yeah.
You might literally run underneath them. Interestingly, and it's something that isn't so obvious at first, is the fact that the crosshair changes if it's in range to attach or not.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I noticed it the other day, and it's like, well, I wish I'd noticed that about 4 days ago. Got a huge special on EA's games this month through the PlayStation Network, so I grabbed Garden Warfare 2 and Screen Cheat because they were so heavily discounted.
For sure. By the way, that screenshot you sent me, those were not games that you purchased, just games that were in the store, right?
Which one would that be?
Well, you said like 2 of my favorites or something. And I think you were talking about Berserk and Talisman.
Yeah, I didn't purchase them. I was just looking at the store and saw those. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, shit.
I'm gonna have to eventually get Berserk.
Oh, when I saw it, it's like, well, I didn't even know that Talisman was coming to console, so that was a bit of a surprise. I knew about the Berserk game. I don't know if it's a remake of the old one or a new one.
I think it's brand new. Alright, so I failed this. Ay, ay, ay. See, my problem is I didn't save before starting the challenge.
It
So
automatically saves when you start the challenge. It builds a quick save at that point.
oh, so I
If you
can just
go
hit
to load, yeah, or
load
if you go
game
to
or
load, you can actually go back and manually see them. The auto saves are usually about every 2 minutes or so.
so should I go to load game or restart from save?
Try restart from save. If that doesn't work, try load.
Okay. Alright, I got all my blast shit. And nice. That's awesome. Now if I can just not fuck this up.
I wish you the best of luck. Because there is a lot of luck involved with that one.
God damn it, I just wasted one.
I actually find Screen Cheat amusing playing against the bots, since I couldn't actually find any human to play against.
I didn't even know there was a bot for that.
Yeah, there is. But then when it first came out, I know we were talking about the idea of having to actually screen cheat to be able to beat your opponents.
Just stay out of their way for now.
Nice. I got the blazing sun. Sweet. So what I did is
Congratulations.
instead of doing 2 on each point, I just picked a point and then I put a trail of them down that one point, and then I did my best to just chase them into that one point.
Yeah, the reason why I dispersed mine was because I found that the bombs are a little unreliable in which direction they'll go.
Yeah, I had one of them go like the opposite direction I was trying to get them to go. I was like, no,
I think
but
we're in
it
the
got
clear.
them anyways.
Yeah, it's like you just had a bomb set off behind you. Obviously, you'd go the other way. What
You
the?
won a blazing sun. Congratulations. You have everything you need to enter the Hunter's Lodge. Good luck in Meridian. Of course, you can still run
Man,
more
logic
trials
dictates
with
you
me.
don't run towards the explosion.
I should go.
Come back when you're ready.
Alright. The hell is luminous braiding?
A rare drop from some of the medium enemies. Oh,
Cool.
I'm trying to think what you'd be going after in the first area to get that. Oh, yes. Bellow necks. Hey, how do you feel about getting burnt?
Getting burnt?
Yeah, bellow necks would be one of the main things that you could find at present, the fight that will drop luminous braid.
Ah, okay. I got mine out of my box. I had a series of boxes I just opened.
Yeah. Yeah, but usually you get it off medium enemies. There's a crystal version that comes off the large enemies. But yeah, it's a rare drop, so don't expect to see it when you really want it. Of course, with that said, I killed 24 enemies without a single bit of wib getting dropped, and that's a common drop.
Yeah.
Consider when I actually finished the game, I had over 17,000 metal shards on me.
God damn. I have 988. Alright, so I beat this. I need to pick another quest. Let's see, the War Chief's Trail. Okay, I might as well finally go to that massacre site, because this is a level 7 quest. Might as
Yeah,
well
it's
just do
not
it.
so bad.
I'll find a use for you.
So what are you watching on Netflix, if you don't mind me asking?
Holes.
I have 3 sons. Now
Isn't
they're
that a
living
movie?
inside the Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah,
Oh, let's see what
it's
that
a
turns
movie.
out.
An old movie, right?
Disney one. Not sure when it was released.
It's gotta be like early 2000s or maybe late 90s. Yeah. I don't think I ever actually saw that one, but I remember seeing the commercial for it, thinking like, hey, this is something I want to see. And never actually seeing it.
I just love that the guy, that the poor bloody kid winds up basically in juvie because he got hit in the head with a pair of shoes.
How does that make sense? Well, I guess, if I actually watched the movie, I would know.
2003.
Okay. Fair enough. Early 2000s, I was kind of right, even though I did mention the 90s.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
I was gonna say I didn't think Disney did any live action movies in the 90s for the most part.
You might be right.
They sort of stopped doing them for a long time.
Now, of course, we have Beauty and the Beast coming out.
Yeah, which people are getting pissed because there's a gay character in it.
So fucking what?
This'll help.
I think I counted at least 5 gay individuals in the game you're currently playing.
Do you think, what's her face? Oh, what was her name? She died. The black girl, do you think she was one of them?
No.
No. I was I was kind of hoping that this
Vala.
game...
That was her name. Her name was Vala, the brothers Val.
Yeah, when I saw her, I was kind of hoping this game would have like a Mass Effect thing where you could like pick a relationship. I was like, yeah, I'm totally picking that one.
No, while there are definitely people that have feelings for her, romance is not a part of the game. Which I'm actually okay with because it would have felt like a distraction from the plot.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that I don't like about Harvest Moon is the whole relationship thing. I know a lot of people love it, but like I just like the farming and kind of grinding and selling and getting money. I don't want to have to deal with like, okay, I need to go talk to this person in town so I can be friends with that person, and now I gotta go talk to this person so I can eventually marry that person, give them a gift. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, you're trying to save the world here. Romance is really not on the agenda.
Especially when you got scrappers on your ass.
Yeah. Coincidentally, the best way to deal with them is a shock arrow to their own. Just get away quickly. That module sitting on their backside is a power cell. If you electrocute it, boom. Won't always kill them, but it'll shock them and most of the ones near them.
That's kind of cool that it works that way in area of effect.
Yeah. admittedly, that way you can't actually salvage the sparkers off them, but I wound up selling something like 1,000 sparkers because it's still one of the damage types I never use. Corruption's the same, except that it's not actually damage.
It just makes them go crazy, right?
Yeah, it makes them attack one another.
Oh, I see. There it is. I was looking for the quest marker. It's like, what the fuck? Nope, that's not a quest marker. That's a watcher marker.
Run into trouble, would you?
Just a little. Okay, where is this quest marker taking me? Like, what does it mean when a quest marker just disappears? Does it mean I have to search the area?
Yeah, it'll probably tell you need to investigate to find a trail or something. Look on the left-hand side, it'll tell you what you're meant to be doing.
It just says go to the massacre site. Oh, now
Yeah,
I'm seeing the quest marker again.
When you get to the right spot, it'll trigger an event.
Lots of machines. All controlled by the killers. They sent a stampede of them down the slope. Maybe the war chief left something behind. Look at this place. It's like Varl said. Another massacre.
Well, I see blood. I don't see bodies. I mean, I see bodies of the machines. Holy shit, that's a big machine. Dead, but it's still big.
It was a
Corruptor.
corruptor from memory.
Corruptor, but not before the killers used it to send the other machines against them.
They're only a medium anyway.
Brave, let us speak.
You haven't seen big until you see a stormbird. They're so big that you can see them
Just me.
before you get close enough to actually tag it.
What did?
That's
It's
crazy.
madness out there. War Chief Sona sent me back to report. I'm no good to her like this.
It's like, how bloody big is that thing? I can see it clearly and I can't even tag it.
Varl told me that the war chief tracked the killers. Did she find them?
We followed their trail, but again and again they
Actually wound up hacking one the other day.
My wounds started to slow me down, so the war chief sent me back.
Unfortunately, there's an achievement for overriding 7 of the machines, but not one for doing all of them, and it's like, oh, where's the fun in that? I mean, I just dragged the biggest frigging thing out of the sky, hacked it, and there's no special achievement for that?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
So, you were here when the war party was ambushed?
I was. I thought after the proving there could be no darker day, but I was wrong. The war chief was delayed gathering the rear guard. Eager for revenge, the braves in the lead fell into the trap. Dozens lost in minutes. If Sona hadn't arrived and rallied us, no one would have survived.
Varl sent me to look for Sona. Do you know where she is now?
All I can tell you is where we parted. Near the metal tower, southeast of the ruins at Devil's Thirst. Look to the rise behind it with a lone boulder. I'll head for the embrace and report what I know to
So the
Varl and
background
others.
for IGN at present
All Mother
seems to
lend you
be
strength.
a
You'll need it.
preview for a
Going
Duke
alone.
Nukem movie.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because, I mean, yeah, Duke Nukem is all about his character, but at the same time, he's been mishandled so much.
Yeah. I definitely prefer him prior to 3D even. He wasn't half as stupid a character.
That's right, it used to be a platformer, right?
Yep. 1 and 2 were platformers. Not that he was particularly smart in 2, but he wasn't the muscle-bound monk he was in 3D.
See, the first one I ever played was 3D.
Yeah.
It wasn't until much later that I tried, like, Commander Keen and the original Duke Nukem.
Sun's making a show of it.
Just got a fish skin. I actually had an okay day at work today for a change.
Well, that's always good.
Well, what happened is my colleague, the other assistant manager, he actually did the schedule for this week. And lo and behold, now I actually have help at night. And so I was able to get shit done that was supposed to be done by the 5th. But, you know, you can't do it when you're stuck doing everything else.
Yeah, it's nice when someone actually does a timetable with some consideration of realities.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, objective. Kill the sawtooth. That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah. You running the sawtooth before?
Yeah,
They're like?
I think I have.
You have. You take after one with Rost as one of your final bits of training prior to the proving ground. Basically a great big saber tooth.
Something else for the trail.
The Ravager, which you won't run into until the next area, is basically the sawtooth, the cannon on its back.
Shit, I got 2 of them after me. I need to change my weapon. That's my problem. There we go.
Burn them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's not an especially effective tool against them, but everything burns.
For some reason, I was under the impression that the burning really only affected humans.
Yep. It's the primary damage type that affects the body of the snapmore, so get used to it. You'll be using it a lot. The big thing for humans is a good old-fashioned arrow to the head.
Ooh. Didn't see that watcher there. Ooh, another watcher. 2 sawtooths, 2 watchers.
And they're doing a Just Cause movie.
Oh god. Who's gonna
Jason Momoa's been picked for Rico.
Oh god.
I don't know that he's the worst person they could have chosen for Rodriguez, but jeez. We'll see how well he does at the accent.
Well, it'll give Shannon a reason to see it.
That's it. Nothing to see here.
She's a big
She
fan
likes
of
Momoa, does she?
Yeah. I don't want to override him. Oh, too late. Oh shit.
In trouble, did you?
It's the same sawtooth. Shit, I'm out of healing. Shit. These guys are brutal.
Yeah, that they are. Tie one down, hack the other. Actually, the two you're taking on, that's exactly what I did. I hacked one and let it deal with the other.
Safe to come out yet?
I know there's another sawtooth. Where the hell did it go?
Use your focus.
Oh, there's a tall neck. Oh, that's the body of a sawtooth. How did it die? Maybe it was the flames. Okay.
Yeah, they can cause them to expire unexpectedly. And unlike a real animal, they're not going to scream when they die. I'm actually curious why everyone's referring to it as robotic dinosaurs when realistically there's only one that I would say is really modelled off a dinosaur. And that's the Thunderjaw.
Yeah, I mean, the saber-tooth, but that's not a dinosaur.
No. And you could argue that it's just any big cat is just because it doesn't have any lips, it looks more like one.
You say because it
The
doesn't have
tiger
any
has
lips?
similar sort of teeth.
You're that brave who was outcast. What are you doing here?
Your friend Den told me to come find you. Why are you up there?
The sawtooth ripped our packs from us. Me. Us. Without weapons, this was the best we could manage. Thank you so much for destroying it. Now we can get home. One thing, you won't tell anyone you saw us here, will you?
Because
I didn't.
wouldn't really
At
call the
least, not
Watcher
your friend.
based off
You need
any
help getting down?
real
We'll go back
animal.
on our own. Don't take this the wrong way, but
It's
maybe we shouldn't be seen with you, or they might figure
kind of
us
like a
out.
mini T-Rex or a raptor.
Except it doesn't have arms.
Yeah. Maybe it's an armless raptor. I don't know. Come on, get out of the water. Thank you. Ooh, that's a sawtooth.
Soaked from melted
I
snow.
don't like the sawtooth.
I don't mind them so much, but when you're first starting to encounter them regularly, it's like, oh, run!
Well, my problem
My
is
name's Sir Robin.
I've used all of my health.
I actually find it amusing how many people don't get that sort of reference. It's like, oh, come on. I thought gamers were all meant to be big Monty Python fans.
See, whenever I think of Sir Robin, I always think of Men in Tights, which is Mel Brooks. If you don't pay the toll, then we can't have no rolls.
I have not seen that movie in years. And I'd sooner watch it than Prince of Thieves.
Men in Tights, I really enjoy. Prince of Thieves, I liked when I was a child, but I don't think I'd be able to like sit down and watch it now. That's
The
Kevin
one
Costner,
thing
right?
I liked about it was Rickman's sheriff, but as far as the movie goes, I found it pretty pathetic.
Now you're talking about Prince of Thieves or Men in Tights?
Yeah, Prince of Thieves, because Alan Rickman played the sheriff in that, not in uh, I don't think that Rickman would have touched uh, the Men in Tights sheriff, to be quite honest.
Damn, Strider. Oh my god, take the focus off. Thank you.
You accidentally turned it on, did you?
Yeah. I'm like trying to swing my spear. It's like nothing happening. I'm like, oh shit, the focus is on. Oh, I made it to Mother's Crown.
I can't believe such a thing.
Oh, no, I've been here before. What am I talking about?
You'll be there a lot more yet.
They say she fought like a sawtooth.
The girl with the mark of a seeker. The Sentinel saw you coming.
You're Maria. Varl told me you'd know the way to Meridian.
The Karja capital. West will take you to it, but their soldiers will stop you long before you get there.
They can try.
No, what I mean is there's a Karja fort that guards the pass between East and West. Word is the Karja have sealed the gate out of fear of the corrupted machines infesting our sacred land.
So if I clear out the corrupted machines, they'll open the border?
I suppose. But I can't
Went
spare
and
any
had a
years
look
till
at some of
said I needed
the
help.
user scores
clear the
on
valley, all by yourself.
Horizon Zero Dawn
For
yesterday.
your sake?
Yeah.
Better than good, I hope.
It's interesting. Nearly all the ones that had more than one review were promoting bloody Breath of the Wild with a solid 10.
Now, I remember you telling me that Breath of the Wild is getting solid 10s across the board.
Yeah.
But what about Horizon?
There's some 10s, but mostly 9s and high 9s from the critics. As far as the reviews go, when I looked, there was over 240 negative reviews on Metacritic, and I went through perhaps a quarter of them, and it was the only game most of them had reviewed. Well, they reviewed 2, and the other one was Breath of the Wild, which they gave 10, while they gave Horizon a 0. It's like, yeah, I see what you bastards are up to.
How far is the corruption
People
spread?
reckon that the
I've
critics
seen it
have an
myself in
agenda.
machines at the head of the valley, and there's been word of corrupted machines in the south, too. Whatever the corruption is, it doesn't just affect machines. It burns flesh and sickens the
But as
injured.
I've said, I don't
Do the
get
corrupted
why
machines
Breath of the
have any
Wild's
weaknesses?
getting
Fire
such
seems to
rave
affect them more
reviews
than
when
ordinary
there's so
machines.
many technical
A
issues
small
that
mercy.
people are reporting.
This is
Any
a
other
curse only
game
the
that would
goddess
have
can
been
lift.
reason to
Unless we
lose
find out
10
what's
to
behind
20
it and put a
points.
stop to it.
The matriarchs have spoken, Aloy. All we can do is fight and pray to the goddess.
Oh, by the way, I finally got my copy of Breath of the Wild.
Yep, I hope you have fun with it. It's meant to be good, but I don't know how much of that's just people obsessing over yet another open world Zelda, which it always has been to some degree.
Well, I mean, for me, it's, not an open world because the game is not open yet. But I don't know.
Yep.
Like I still have Wii U games that are unopened. It's ridiculous. I haven't played Mario Maker nearly enough as I should have.
Mother's crown guards the edge of the sacred land, right? So do you see a lot of foreigners here?
Yes. Not here in the village itself, of course, but in the valley beyond. Since the war ended, foreigners have been allowed in the valley, and Nora can trade with them, if they choose. It's a kind of in-between place, neither foreign nor sacred land. If you're curious, visit Hunter's Gathering. It's little more than a heap of dingy shelters and tents, but foreigners use it as a way station.
Sounds like a place where I could find out more about Meridian. So you're in charge of the defenses here?
Mother's crown defends itself. During the war, it survived 15 assaults, broke 3 invasions. We will endure.
Trying to live up to glorious pasts has a way of getting people killed.
You wouldn't know this, but I won the proving the year I ran. Like you, I started off behind, had to find a shortcut. I barely made it, crossed the finish line with a broken ankle.
This isn't the proving, Maria. This is real.
You missed my point. Getting posted to Mother's Crown? It was the boon I
Someone
requested.
did say the other day that
Trying to live up
there
to the glory of the
are
Nora
some
hasn't killed me
performance
yet.
issues
But
with
if it
the
has to,
Wii U version as well.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it seems like the only platform where people aren't reporting issues with the game itself is the Switch in portable mode.
So I'll find this
I
Carja
don't know,
fort
I
to the
haven't
west?
looked too
And
much
beyond
at the
that,
Wii U version,
the
and
Carja
all the
called Clay
reviews
State
I've
Tower.
seen are only
It's not
for
far
the
from the
Wii,
Forsaken Village.
sorry, for the Switch
What Forsaken
version.
Village?
It had a name once, not that it matters now. I was born there.
What happened to it?
The war.
Apparently the Switch
The Carja destroyed in one of
works
their red
out of the
raids.
box
I
with
was 15
PC
at
and
the time.
Android
I got away,
and Mac
others weren't so lucky.
with Bluetooth.
The Nora withdrew to this place.
The controls,
Mother's
I
Crown.
mean.
Relinquished our claim on the valley.
Yeah,
Even now,
might be
with
the
the
only
war
thing they
behind
work
us,
with.
we've left the valley be.
Everyone seems to be reporting that they're having
buffer
trouble with
between the
sync
sun and our
issues on the
sacred
left
land.
control.
I should be going.
All right.
Having
Be
sync
careful out there,
issues
Aloy.
with it.
I hope you find whatever it is you're after.
The corruption is everywhere. All Mother forgive us. Protect us.
We will fight the corruption
Careful out
till
there.
the last of us is
I wish you
fallen.
safe travels, but next we will know some of the recommendations to clear.
The corruption looks everywhere.
It said the Carja fort has closed the border. The valley is sealed.
I found your friends, you know where. They'll be back shortly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a relief. You won't tell anyone, will you?
Relax. The matriarchs are up singing the Hymn of Atonement. I think you're safe.
You're right. The hymn atones for all of us. Thank you.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
Dead. We still don't know who sent the killers or where they came from.
Alright, so that's another quest done. Go back to this area, luck of the hunt. I gotta find this person's ring somewhere.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I just chose another errand to run.
That's one thing I'll give the game. When you've actually got the stuff on hand already, it usually goes, oh, I've already got what you want for that, so here. Actually scripted conversations just for that. It's like, wow, first RPG ever. Don't have to do that whole fetch quest. Got it already.
I gotta find this guy's ring. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, have fun with that boar.
Ah, I gotta kill a boar. Okay.
No, you'll find it.
Oh.
From memory, you also have to kill a couple of machines in that one.
I see some watchers.
Yeah,
Grazers.
I think there is actually some that you have to kill for the mission.
You're not gonna be the one to stop.
Ah, shit.
Now what? Yes!
Imagine if whenever you needed to find something, you just followed this big glowing arrow.
Well, realistically, there's nothing stopping us from doing that with things like the Google Glass. The focus is just a personal holo emitter, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps it works directly on the synapses, I don't know. There's nothing I've seen so far in the game to explain exactly how it works.
I'll shake it out later. Hard to tell all the tracks apart. But this was tame. And a boar.
I think they chose a good way to actually do that, though, with the focus.
Something caught in its throat.
You've both got an inverse explanation on why she can do it, plus also a motivation for various things that are actually happening.
How would you compare the fighting in this game to The Last of Us?
Bit more varied and a lot more flexible. But at the same time, in The Last of Us, you're also playing an old man.
Yeah. And I just jumped and thought that I could grab onto something. I couldn't.
Yeah, no insane grabs here, although I think at times some of the stuff that you can't grab's a bit annoying, but...
Well, the thing is like...
There's nothing new there.
When you're climbing, there's these yellow things that you can grab onto. And then I saw this yellow thing hanging down. I was like, you know, I can climb on that and swing across.
No, that's a rappel point. That would be the trail end from a rappel point.
Might as well do a manual save.
Not I've had any issues with the saves, but it never hurts to be careful.
How did you fare on the hunt?
I've brought you the boar skins and your lucky ring, Tame.
All Mother be praised. And you, of course. Where did you find it?
Halfway down a boar's gullet. Not so lucky for the boar.
I think I'll wear it around my neck from now on.
Okay, that is another finished quest. Oh, I didn't even notice I have 5 points in skills.
Yeah, you tend to get a bonus skill point when you get a blazing sun. Plus, you often get 1 or 2 levels off doing those.
You think Scavenger Plus is worth getting?
It is.
Alright, I got Scavenger Plus. And I have 2 more points.
At least you can actually buy all the skills.
Yeah.
The only one I've never had any use for at all is the Call Mount. That 4th one, that was the last one I actually bought.
Because if you need a mount, you just find a Strider, right?
Strider, Charger, or Broadhead. Which is basically a Texas Longhorn. Charger, on the other hand, is a goat.
I think I'm gonna unlock Strike from above.
Yeah, that's actually useful at times, and you'll need to get at least 3 kills that way for one of the trophies.
Let's see if I can craft some more resource space. No, I need a boar skin after turning in 4 of them for a freaking quest. God damn it.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yep. Yep. I can increase my hunter bow quiver if I really want to, but I don't think I need to.
Yes.
Yes, I am correct, or yes, I need to.
You need to. You might not need to too much most of the time, but there are times when you're gonna go, shit, I need to get more arrows. No matter how big it is. It is the bow that you'll use most often usually, because fire and you actually get a tear arrow for it eventually.
Okay.
I tend to use that on humans a lot, because then usually a headshot will kill anything except for one of the elite.
The modification satchel only goes up to 4, that's kind of weird.
Sorry, what was that about the mods?
The satchel that holds them only goes up to 4. So 70
It will.
capacity.
Yep. I tend to sell any that only have a single taint. And anything that's below, very rare, but at the stage you're in, you'll probably want to keep the blues.
Well, I've got 42 mods on in my inventory right now. I've got one purple, which is a 38% tear, and a few blues and mostly greens. Alright, I need to choose a quest. Talk to Lagan. Okay, let me go find Lagan.
You can't get there yet.
No?
No, Lagan's in Meridian.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the map right now. That's pretty far. Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, you really need to go help Sona. It's funny, apart from the whole human sacrifice thing, the Carja's religion is largely based off Christianity.
Well, I mean, isn't Christianity about sacrifice? Like,
Not human sacrifice, usually.
well, I guess according to them, he wasn't human. He was a god or the son of man. But yeah, it's about the ultimate human sacrifice. Some believe that God sent his son down. Some believe that God is his son.
Yeah, that was the bit that always pissed me off. It's like, no, he says quite clearly he is not God.
Okay, there's a level 10 quest. You know what? That's how I should choose my quest, by the level. Like, whatever is the lowest level.
Yeah, I find that's usually a good way because it means that you're usually not going to run into too many things you don't want to. It's not perfect, because realistically you should be able to take a strider with ease at level 10.
I'm level 17 right now, doing a level 7 quest.
Perhaps we have not earned her forgiveness.
It hurts now, but otherwise it won't.
It's spreading.
Striders. Okay.
Strike.
Gotta love when you only have to aim once and the enemy doesn't move at all, you just keep shooting.
When it happens, can't say I've had that happen too often.
Grab this now.
they tend to go, ouch, I'm going to go and look at where that came from, or run away. Now, I don't know if it's the AI was adjusting or if it's what they usually do, but I found later on that some of the enemies were actually blasting where they'd expect me to be in the grass, and it's like, well, I'm glad I'd moved.
Yeah.
And they weren't just aiming at the one in front of them, no, they blasted the bloody patch next to it. It's like, okay, either that AI has been noting it and they've been educated, or that is a typical behaviour. I honestly do not know, because I don't tend to take on those particular enemies much because they're just too much of a pain in the ass to kill. Not difficult, just a pain.
Oh crap. I did not see that sawtooth. Or no, wait, that's a scrapper, but still. Ah.
They're kind of more annoying than a sawtooth since they've actually got a ranged attack.
Yeah, but sawtooths are they're more of a tank. Oh my god, another one just snuck up on me. What the fuck?
Scrappers are never solo. It's usually 3 to 4 of them. And considering that they're a hyena, you've got to expect them to operate as a pack hunter.
Ouch. These will keep.
Ooh, I just did something really stupid. And got lucky in the end.
I was about to say, did it work?
Well, not as I had planned. So basically, what's it called? A tall neck or long neck or whatever?
Tall neck, yeah.
Yeah, tall neck. It's walking through this area. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can slide through its legs. Nope.
Well, sliding between legs is actually a legitimate tactic. It's the best way to get a clear shot at some of the enemy's more vulnerable areas. However, you're talking about something you cannot hurt at all.
I just got ambushed by 3 watchers. I'm just thinking, luckily they're just watchers.
Watch out for their blind attack.
You say blind attack?
Yeah, they can. They've got it like a flashbang effect that they can use.
Yeah, I've seen that. A number of times, actually. Oh my... Okay, don't get pissed. I had a perfect opportunity to jump on the tall neck and just squandered it.
I think you've already done that one.
This one is not all lit up like the other one, though.
It doesn't make sense. There's one in the area where you start, there's 3 on the other side. And there's only the 4 total.
Huh, yeah, you're right. I climbed to the top and this is for no reason, I guess. I'll rappel down. Rappel down, I mean. Oh.
This must be the rise Sona's runner told me about. for later.
So have you talked to Leighton at all?
Nope. He tried to add me to a party earlier, but I was in the middle of playing Garden Warfare and trying to actually engage with other players.
Yeah.
Which was bloody pointless. They all turn off their bloody mics.
So where did she go next? They must have taken a moment to rest.
Yeah, I just sent you a video link on Skype from Facebook. That was Sony's Australian ad for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Couldn't have been easy. Going on after the ambush.
Well, I don't have my computer turned on at the moment, but... Oh, excuse me.
Just something for you to look at later. I thought that you might find it amusing.
Absolutely.
Arrow shards. That old bow has seen a lot of action. No one would have left it willingly. Sona's taken losses. Braves were crafting ammunition here. A recent kill. Freshly skinned. Sona and her Braves can't be far. Dressings for wounds. The runner wasn't the only one who got hurt. Might be a blood trail I could follow. I should try my focus. Tracks. Boots and blood. Looks like Sona and her Braves headed for that ridge.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
A dead sawtooth. Maybe Sona took it out. She could be close.
Oh yeah, I need to have a chat with Ubisoft as well right now.
What is that?
Well, I just received a copy of Watch Dogs 2 Return of DeadSec edition today.
And what, is that not supposed to be released yet or something?
No, I bought it back in October and I received it already.
You bought it in October and you have received it already.
Yeah, and today I received another full box set.
Oh, so you received one more than you had ordered.
Yep.
Let's see.
I know what happened essentially. I got the order that I'd originally had to cancel because I
You're lucky I
couldn't
happened
afford
by.
it
One
immediately,
heartbeat more,
and they
that
changed the
sawtooth would have
terms of their
torn you
prepayment,
apart.
so that was a
Half a
problem.
heartbeat more and I would have killed it myself.
And for whatever
So
reason,
you're War Chief Sona?
they
Carl asked me
decided
to
to
find
ship
you.
it to me in
Has he
March
held the
anyway.
gate?
He has, bravely. I saw him kill a corrupted machine
It's
himself.
like, what the fuck?
But he worries for you.
And note, it
Our
didn't
tribe
actually
needs
come
strength,
to me.
not
For
sentiment.
some reason,
I've
it
tracked
had
some
the
of the
wrong
killers who struck the
street
proving.
address. It
I crave
wound up
vengeance.
down at one of the educational
You have no
institutes down the end of my
Show me
road.
then. Lend me your strength.
That makes
It
no
had
sense.
130 instead of 180.
The killers are
Yeah,
just across this ridge.
it's like,
Digging the
well,
cursed
you couldn't
earth.
have fucked this one up more if you tried.
The sin of the ancients
They could have sent you the wrong game.
soil. Corrupter demons.
I know of them.
Oh,
I killed one at Mother's Watch.
I haven't opened the box. I can read what's on the outside, and it's the right size to be what it's meant to be. I did consider actually opening the box because I am...
Because you are what?
just a little bit curious if it is the right thing considering how they managed to screw up two things already.
Yeah.
Hours ago, I sent braves into hiding in the trees below. On my signal, they'll attack.
I mean, I wouldn't mind
The
if they
enemy and
sent
their
me
demonic machines outnumber us.
bloody review
We
copies
have
of
fuel
stuff.
on
That'd
our
be
side.
nice.
We could have more than that.
Explain.
But I can't see that ever happening.
What we used to burn, they used to blast. It's how they dug out this pit.
So we put fire to it and then...
Boom.
Then let us begin.
Whoa, wait. Let's not rush.
And I actually did some working
some
out
time
the
to
other
make an
day
approach.
to actually
Kind of alerting
make
them.
minimum
Open fire.
wage.
All right.
I would need something like 30,000 views of my videos per day. Always told you, well, keep on telling people that ads don't pay the bloody bills.
So how does PewDiePie make all his money?
You realise the asshole has over 5 million people that have subscribed, or was it 1.5? I know it was some ridiculous number. You did hear about his latest little snafu.
I heard that people have been slandering him and saying that he's like a racist and calling him like a Hitler supporter.
He put up 9 videos that were anti-Semitic in nature over the last couple of months.
Well, that's what the Wall Street Journal is saying, but what they're doing is they're completely like misconstruing his context of his videos.
That might be the case. I'm not going to watch them to find out at this point. Okay. His subscription count is 54 million.
I'll do what I have to.
$54,143,673. And the video that got everyone up in arms, he paid 2 guys to hold up a sign and write on it, "Kill all Jews." And he's got a video from a week ago that had over 6.8 million views, so yeah. The ones that are still actually monetized, he'd make a fortune out of. His average view count's over 2 million.
That per... Oh shit. Is that per day or per video?
Per video. There is one that was put up just 19 hours ago. It is just over 2 million views. 1 day ago, 3 million. 2 days, 3 million.
There, she's gotten above us.
Damn, I really need to change
4 days
my
ago, 6.2 million.
Oh shit. So they're shooting bombs at me now. Okay. Corrupted Watcher. When you get in that corruption, it's a bitch.
Yeah. Having 9 or 10 videos have their advertising removed by YouTube is nothing to someone that's getting that sort of view count.
They also canceled his YouTube Red account. Well, not account, but show.
Yeah. I know. Disney also cancelled their contract with them.
Yeah, you can only think about how lucrative that would have been for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. Interestingly enough,
Redouble your efforts.
my Horizon video only has one view so far.
My first one only has one view.
Concentrate on your target.
People are definitely avoiding the game.
You said they're avoiding the game?
Yeah.
I don't see why. It's a good game.
PlayStation Australia's video, 315 views. IGN's Zero Dawn review, 1.5 million. I think that's actually a bit lower than what they usually get, and that's 2 weeks ago.
Shadow take you.
Let's have a look.
Sky's starting to open.
Yeah, for IGN, for their reviews and that's actually a bit low overall. Although they've been dropping recently.
Chase their filthy shadows from here to Spear's Reach. I will.
You're hurt. Losing blood.
My health is not your concern.
No one doubts your determination, but you need rest.
She's right, War Chief. Give your wounds time to close.
Val, what are you doing here? I ordered you to hold that gate with your life.
And so I did, until the runner you sent returned with news of his encounter with Aloy and your location. I left the gate well guarded. My place is here, with you, with our vengeance. Am I not owed that?
Maybe I should have a look around. See if I can figure out where the rest of the killers are.
Do as you wish. Everyone else does.
Mother.
Leighton's favourite YouTuber, Jacksepticeye.
Okay.
Going on about giant robot dinosaurs. No. A tall neck, if it's modelled off anything, I would argue is modelled off a giraffe. Body form's not correct to be any of the dinosaurs that we have skeletons for.
I've taken the precaution of placing our entire stockpile in a covered shelter, safe from stray sparks and lightning, and I've posted guards to control access. I urge you to take similar measures, or suffer the consequences. Supply Master Thrawn, out.
A blaze stockpile inside their base. Sabotage that.
Well, I guess you could say the Snapmaw is also a dinosaur, but it's a living dinosaur even now since it's modelled off a rock.
I've taken the precaution of placing our entire stockpile in a covered shelter.
I'm sorry, Alan. I was just listening to a data point, and it is repeating over and over for some reason. So I missed what you said.
What I said was, there's also the Snapmaw, which you could argue is based off a a dinosaur, but it's a living dinosaur because it's a crocodile.
Oh, okay. I still haven't come across one of those.
Like I said, there's 3 in that lake.
What? Which is the one that I fought as like the boss, that first boss?
That was the Corruptor.
That's Corruptor.
4 legs, had 2 pods on its shoulders.
I remember it was being created at some... What was that place called?
Oh
The
no, that's
Cauldron.
a Bellowback. Bellowneck, sorry. That was a fire Bellowneck.
That's a Bellowneck. Okay.
Yeah, the first boss fight you actually had was coming out of the All Mother Mountain, where you take on the Corruptor. The Corruptor's a minor boss. It's funny when you start to think of them as not so bad. Yeah, Bellowneck you'll find in the wild around that part of the map. Oh, fire and cryo. The only enemy that has an elemental variant in the game.
Full already. I found something. The rest of the killers are camped inside a ring of metal. Any idea what that means?
Damn them. The ring of metal lies in the ruins of Devil's Grief. That ground is taboo. I will return to the matriarchs, beg them to make an exception.
There's no time for that.
Blood spilled calls for blood spilled. If the ground is cursed, then let our vengeance sanctify it.
You blaspheme.
Please, War Chief, break the taboo.
Devil's Grief is a curse.
So have you got that data point to stop repeating?
Maybe Aloy's secret blessing.
Yeah, but now...
I'll send scouts
Sona is talking.
Assemble at the cliff above Red Echoes and launch our attack from there.
Sounds like a plan. See you there.
Okay. Alright.
She's a bit of a crank, isn't she?
Yeah. Street level 18. Only have 1 skill point. Critical hits. I wonder if I should do that. Just realized you can't really modify the spear with anything.
Nope, never can. There are 2 modifications that you get. The one where you get the added damage from the side quest early on, saving the daughter, and very late in the story.
filling up on some health potions. Just in case I come across some more, what do you call them? Not scrappers. Sawtooth. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, the theme that you're currently using on your PS4, the top part is a thunder jaw from the front.
You mean it's not Metal Gear?
This will be useful later.
No, it's a bit smaller than Metal Gear.
Okay, I have to do this freaking tutorial. Get it all out of my list here.
Look out below!
Well, that was funny as hell. Someone was claiming that they'd heard Gerald of Rivia in Horizon Zero Dawn. And it's like, what the hell are you on about? Doug Cockle did not do any of the voice acting for Horizon.
People are saying that the king in Breath of the Wild is kind of modeled after Robin Williams, and they even try to emulate his voice.
That would be difficult.
Yeah.
Can't be too
He
prepared.
was very unique.
He was one of those men that could put on any voice he wanted to. But you only ever really saw once or twice. Although I still love his Porky Pig impersonation in Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's funny, that movie was on recently, but, like, we weren't really watching it. It's like, I've seen that movie a million times.
Oh, useful.
Yeah.
Back when it first came out. But I still don't remember everything that happens, just because it was so long ago.
It was... It'd piss off, Lou. When he quits his job at the beginning.
To override it. Another cauldron.
Yeah, that's right. That's one of the movies that makes one think, oh, you don't have a job, then you're worthless. I'm not saying that as though I agree.
I think he kind of proves that that is definitely not the case, so...
Oh shit, wow. That's the bellow.
Yeah, bellow necks are a pain in the ass.
I'm gonna try and run. I do not have enough health.
Get it while I can. Keep the upper hand. I'll tuck that away. Okay.
Did you ever actually see 1 hour photo?
Yeah, that was pretty creepy.
Definitely one of his best performances.
It's hard to see one of his performances is not one of his best.
It was definitely one of the very few serious performances he did where I don't think anyone who really had any criticism of his portrayal, except for the fact that maybe he did it too bloody well.
You ever see Death to Smoochie?
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Fucking love him in that. Rainbow Randolph.
That was just completely over the top. You definitely play Psychopath quite well.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Good Will Hunting myself.
I saw it so long ago. I was a young kid.
Yeah, well, it was 97 it was made. Well, it actually came out, so 96, 97. It had a big impact on a lot of people that he worked with.
More than equipped to take you on.
I don't think I've ever actually seen an episode of Mork and Mindy, to be quite honest.
It was always on at Nick at Night. I'm not sure if you got Nickelodeon in Australia.
It's on Foxtel. Nickelodeon channels have tied up with Murdoch, so yeah, can't say it's something I ever got near. I don't even think it was shown on that over here.
I can't spare the weight.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Danny DeVito's still around.
Yeah.
Well, he's in his 70s now. I
So
know he
is,
seems older.
so is Christopher Lloyd, right?
Christopher Lloyd, I think, is actually older. I'll have a look in a minute. I've actually just drawn up Danny DeVito's page because he's meant to be making a movie soon that I'm trying to think of who else is meant to be in it. I know he's meant to be doing something for Netflix. I'm just trying to... I can't think what it is.
Save these for the trail.
Uh, 78. I nearly threatened my sister with being disowned when she didn't know Fester's light bulb trick. Well, remember in the two
I'll shake it out
more
later.
recent Addams Family movies, he played Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you be my sister and not know that Uncle Fester could power a light bulb between his teeth? Yeah, 78. Oh wow, he's got 3 movies coming out this year.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
Lullaby, Going in Style, Boundaries. Know nothing about any of them. Oh, that's interesting.
What's up?
He plays one of the roles in 12 Monkeys, a series I've seen on Netflix but haven't actually started watching it all.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, I never really liked the movie, that's why I've been avoiding it.
Shannon really liked the show. I didn't watch it with her, but she really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Easier when I was a kid.
What did she think of the original movie?
She enjoyed that also.
Yeah, like I said, I never really did. I mean, I get the whole concept of it, I just never appealed to me, and it wasn't even Bruce Willis's fault. I know it's loosely based off the movie.
No space.
Oh, finally a board screen, and I have no space for it, so I have to, like, destroy something. I
He
guess I
was
can
actually in the Tremors TV series as Dr. Cletus Hoffenberger.
Tremors TV series, what the fuck?
Yeah, sci-fi original.
If I drop a stack of anything, I should be able to pick this thing up, I think. So if I drop a
Yeah,
stack of
provided you
balloons...
don't accidentally pick up the stack again.
There's that too.
But then apparently there was a new Tremors movie that came out last year or the year before I knew nothing about. That was a bit of a surprise. That's in Africa. Yeah, Bloodlines 2015. And there's meant to be another one coming out next year. Did you ever watch them at all?
What did I watch? I'm sorry.
Tremors.
Tremors. I watched the first movie. I may have seen the second one. But after that, no, I haven't. Excuse me, I remember the first one had Kevin Bacon and
Yeah.
the other guy. And then Kiefer was in it too, wasn't he?
Who?
Kiefer Sutherland? Wasn't he in it or no? No, Bill Paxton? I don't know. It's been a while.
Hold on. Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, Finn Carter, Michael Gross, Reba McEntire, Bobby Jacoby, Charlotte Stewart, Tony Gennaro, Alana Richards, Richard Marcus, Victor Wong, Sunshine Parker, Michael Dan Wagner, Conrad Bachman, B.B. Besh, John Goodwin, John Pappas. So no Kiefer.
But maybe he was one of the extras. Did you name the extras? Okay.
No, that was actually everyone that was in it. Right down to the 2 bloody workers that got killed. No. Kiefer Sutherland never touched Tremors. It's always funny to see him next to his father because you really wouldn't pick them as related.
That wasn't alone.
Hey Gigi, what you doing? What you doing, little girl? Goodness. You know what my problem is with this game? I don't fast travel enough. I'm gonna change that now.
Yeah, once you start doing it, you will not regret it because it saves a lot of death. I actually find it quite impressive how fast it loads going between completely different areas of the map. That's pretty good reduction of the data that needs to be loaded in the memory.
Yeah. Well, I need to start getting ready to take the girls out.
Yeah, not a problem. I should look at going to sleep myself. It's after midnight.
Oh, man. I'm gonna stop the broadcast.